I wanted to take the time to show you a little bit of my gear. Hi guys, it's a beautiful day today, and I wanted to take the time to show you a little bit of my gear. Let's start with the lights. This is a Storm 1200X. This Storm 1200X is probably the most powerful light that we have. This bad boy can punch through a window and look just like daylight. I've got a Fresnel on here with barn doors. That helps me direct and control the light. This big boy is on one of our giant Matthews stands. The 1200X is a very powerful light, but it doesn't have full color. Really, it's just for the daylight to tungsten spectrum. That means either cooler or warmer light. This light is pretty powerful. It does let you adjust the green and magenta tint though. But if you want full color, you're looking for this guy. This is the Storm 1000C. It's pretty similar to the 1200X, although it sacrifices some power for full color control. This guy's pretty cool because we like to get really creative on our sets. He's on a little low boy stand, which just means he's on a smaller stand, really. Next, we have the Ray 660C. It's also a full color spectrum light, just a lot more portable. It's good that it's more portable because we actually take this with us traveling. The 660C has a lantern diffuser on it. The lantern diffuser is great for fill. Its construction means the light bounces around the space instead of directly on the subject. For real soft lighting, you probably want to use something like book lighting, but we have a variety of softboxes. This Ray 360C has a small softbox on it. Softboxes come in a lot of different sizes. This funky guy is kind of like an octagon, and this one's a giant rectangle. You can see different shapes in the catch lights in people's eyes. This softbox has a grid, so it keeps the light exactly where you want it. This grid is an optional attachment. A lot of softboxes come with them. This 360C has a spotlight attachment. Spotlights are kind of like the opposite of softboxes. Therefore, when you want to direct your light very specifically, you can shape the light with a variety of controls on the side. And you can put a gobo to have a specific shape. And this one's like a little window. Cool, huh? This is like a brick pattern, while this one is like a shaded window. We've got another mini spotlight with the Storm 80C. The Storm 80C is like the 1000C's little cousin. These are super portable. Can't use them for much besides a splash of light though when we're playing with the much bigger lights. We've got a mini spotlight on it so we can splash a little color anywhere we like. As you can see, this one has a little flame gobo in it. We recently used this for a bit of a candlelight effect. We can get really creative with the focus on the spotlights. Focusing in gives you a hard edge and a clear pattern. When you unfocus it, you can have dappled light patterns which look natural. Often the problem with artificial lighting can be the uniform fall off, especially if you're trying to emulate daylight. This 300C is an older version of the 360C, but it works pretty good. The color spectrum isn't quite as good, but it's still a full color light. We've actually got a little Fresnel on it, so it lets us control it from flood to spot. It's pretty simple. Spot just means a tighter area, and flood just means a wider area. Next, we have some smaller bicolor lights. That just means these are also warm to cool instead of full color. So it can look like daylight or warm interior light, but you're not going to get full color. The 200X is kind of like a really small 1200X. In that way, it's very similar to the 1200X. This 200X has a barn door attachment with a grid. The grid helps control the light, so it doesn't spread as much over as wide of an angle. This 60X is a really tiny light, but since it's so small, we can even hand hold it or put it on top of one of our cameras. This one's got a little mini reflector on it. Next up, we have a kit of two 120Cs and one 60C. These lights are super portable with their flat form factor, making them very easy to travel with. We use these when we have to sneak some lights across Europe. They each come with their own octadome softboxes, but they use a Bowens mount. We've got a mini Fresnel on this one and a reflector on this one. We actually have a ton of light modifiers, like grids and reflectors. Next, we've got some older drag-cast LED panels. We don't use these as much these days, but it's nice to have some extra light around. They're just a little limited compared to the more professional lights. These guys take regular bulbs, but you can put a softbox or umbrella on them if you want. We have a lot of stands, but sometimes you want to clamp a light somewhere, which is where these guys come in. We've got a couple MC LEDs up here, but also a great source of light is a projector. We've got a few different projectors. Obviously, the big one's more powerful. Projectors are great because you can put a moving pattern of light on someone. Lighting doesn't always need to be fancy, especially for events. A colored light and a clamp lamp will do just the trick. These are Photo strobes. Strobes are kind of like a big flash. Like the continuous lights, you can put modifiers on them, such as the reflector or the umbrella. On set, it's often of use to have a monitor. We've got one here, clamped to a C-stand. Monitor clamps are a pretty basic level of technology, but I wouldn't want to be without them. Our gear cage has a variety of C-stand sizes, ranging from really small to really large. This bad boy over here is even on wheels. This pole here can be used to manually hold and control the light. It's got a little strap, so you know, it's fashionable. The strap makes balancing a light even easier. We also have a variety of handheld reflectors, of course. This is the Flare CF5. These are handheld hazers. They're like a mini fog machine that lets you show light in a completely different way. A haze will let you see the light beam instead of just where it hits. These B7Cs can replace a bulb and let you control the color and the brightness. If you see, if I can get it out, it looks like a regular light bulb, but it's got so much hidden power. You saw the little MC lights before, but these are the whole kit of MC Pros. I showed you the little MC lights before, but this is the whole MC Pro kit. It has 8 little lights, a variety of modifiers, and so many attachments. We use these to put little pops of light all around the frame. The best part is that most of these lights live under one ecosystem, so I can use my iPad to control them. Everything from the 1200X to the MC Pros can be hooked up and controlled through this app. We can even program lighting effects for events or more complex scenes. We have a ton of these outdoor LED panels as well. They work really well for adding a splash of color throughout the woods. Of course, we got our flashes. They can go in a camera or on a light stand. We've got transmitter for strobes and for video signals. Of course, we've got a ton of camera gear, such as these Sony cameras. We've gone through a lot over the years, but we still use all of this. This is the Sony A7S. It's a full frame camera, but a little bit older. These other Sony cameras are APS-C cameras. The A6700 is more of a photo camera, and the FX30s we use for video. When totally rigged up, they can look pretty meaty. This guy has side handles, a top handle, a monitor, and a big battery. When it's on its own, the FX30 is kind of really cute. In fact, APS-C cameras are more about portability. Next up, film cameras. This Mamiya medium format camera is one of Ashley's favorites. 645 medium format film is twice the size of 35mm film. We've got a ton of Mamiya lenses, and also these giant Fuji lenses, which are for the camera that you're actually watching this on right now. We have a Fuji GFX 102 that Ashley loves because they can use the Mamiya lenses on it. We also have a swath of Polaroid cameras and point-and-shoot 35mm cameras. We also have a GoPro, Meta glasses, and old-school handy cams in case you want to get crazy. This is Ashley's light meter. We have a ton of sound equipment and mics. This little setup lets us get stereo sound when we don't have a boom guy. And this is a POV helmet when you really want to put the audience in your shoes. Of course, we've got a ton of tripods and monopods. Tripods come in a variety of shapes, sizes, and purposes. For example, this is a precision tripod head. It lets you adjust each angle independently. This is a ball head, which gives you a lot of freedom. We've got stabilizers, which we can use in a variety of setups. And finally, we've got this custom mobile streaming station, which I can move anywhere I want and has just about everything that I can possibly need for any type of streaming situation that I can possibly be exposed to. It's basically just a giant cheese board on wheels covered in clamps. But it's got an HDMI card enclosure that allows us to stream up to 4 sources at once. Laptop goes here, Ethernet cords roll out, and we're set. As you guys can probably see, the sun is set in our little tour here. So it's time to pack all this up and head to bed. I can't wait to start producing with you all soon. And remember, you guys, keep us in mind when you think about production. Bye.